Hey guys, it's Bree here. I just wanted to talk about mental health and what it's like to deal with mental health. So, um, as you all know, I battle depression and anxiety, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, and insomnia in everyday life. So, I constantly fight these thoughts inside my head as every day passes. And I'm posting this video today to help anyone, all of you that fights the same battles I do in everyday life. First off, I just want you to know that you're not alone and that God is your supporter, always, and He will never leave you. You are never alone, and when you fight these demons in everyday life, we all know it's a struggle. It is, believe me. It's a living nightmare that you constantly fight, and it's no fun. So, I have this addiction that I'm opening up about today. I've had a self-harm addiction since I was 8 years old, where I've been cutting constantly, and at first I would always lie about it and not tell people where my scars came from because I was afraid I would be judged or looked at differently or looked at as a monster because I fight mental health. But the truth is, you're not a monster for fighting mental health. You're human. We all have battles we have to fight. We all have struggles. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses. But last year, no, not last year. This year, when I started my job at Goodwill, I started loving myself and I became more confident than ever. So, I broke my self-harm addiction and I no longer cut myself. And I'm very proud of myself for that. And I'm also like antisocial, which means when I get around new people, um, I freeze and I feel trapped. Like I'm, you know, stuck in a building. It's just a feeling where you feel paralyzed and trapped, like you're just stuck and you can't get out. And you are afraid of opening up to people about your problems because of what you face and because of always being bullied. And I've been bullied and abused throughout my whole childhood and teenage life up until I got with my grandparents. And my grandparents are my motivators for everything. They help me see the light. They encourage me. They don't give up on me. And they haven't judged me about my mental health. Um, and that goes for my sister too. She's been there for me through everything. And ever since I started living with my grandparents again, I actually feel alive. And I started my job, and that helped me so much. And I am very thankful to all my coworkers and all the friends I've made. It truly means a lot. Like, you have no idea how much you've inspired me just by being in my life or just by understanding me or complimenting me or motivating me. Like, a friend of mine at Goodwill gave me this bracelet yesterday. It says, "Watch for God, SOS, save our souls." And I wear it as a constant reminder. And yes, I'm happy with my grandparents. But because I can be myself, but that does not mean I don't still fight my everyday battles, because I do. But I do know that God is in control and that He's taking care of me. And He's my light and my spirit and everything. And ever since I started my job, meeting all the new people and getting to know people, it's helped me with, opening up, and um, it's helped my social anxiety as well. I'm more social. The more I work with you and get to know you, and the more I'm around you, I'll open up and be myself. But it usually takes a while, like if I first meet you or something, because I'm not used to being treated so kindly. Um, when you deal with everyday trauma, like I have in the past, all those traumatic events live with you forever. It is traumatizing. And um, people that don't deal with mental health, they have no clue what it's like to live the life you have to live. They have no clue what it's like to have to live inside your head, where you constantly are having thoughts ripping you apart, tearing you down, telling you you'll never amount to anything. But the point is, I made a pact with myself last week, actually, to never ever let my mental health affect me again. To always remember God is in control and that He's here for me. Because of all the times I've cut myself or had anxiety, panic attacks, because see, I break down over the smallest things. Uh, I've never believed in hurting anyone. I'm the kindest, one of the most kindest people you will ever meet. Honest truth. And, but I always hurt myself over the people I love. Like when it comes to disagreements or whatever, or mental breakdowns, I always just shut down, and I'll leave and go to um, inside the bathroom to calm down, or I go to my room to calm down, or go outside, or hang out with someone, just something to calm me down. Like, I constantly, like, my work is my happy place. I feel alive there. When I go, I feel alive. I feel like I can be myself. I feel like that I am strong and that I can take control. I can't let the demons I constantly fight tear me down, because God has always been my motivator and my hero. And um, I read these mental health quotes, and I read them every day. I look at them every day because they help me see the light. And I relate to every single one of them. And my dream since I was 8 years old was to be a mental health psychiatrist. And I still have that dream today. But point is, you just gotta know you are never ever alone. Like, I met so many good friends at Goodwill, and I made so many friends on my job, and my coworkers are my friends as well. Like, they relate to me, they understand me, they don't judge me, they're there for me. Like, they're really there for me, and they have no clue how much that means to me. But to all of you fighting battles I do, just remember, an addiction's an addiction, and I know it's hard to stop, it's difficult, because every time I go through life, like when I get upset or I start having anxiety, panic attacks, someone puts me down, someone criticizes me, someone breaks my heart, whatever the breakdown is about, the first thing that goes through my head is suicidal thoughts. And then I go back to cutting. But I haven't. I haven't cut since I got back with my grandparents. They've really helped me a lot, and I appreciate them more than they will ever know. So, to everyone out there, just know that you are loved. I know how it feels to walk through life trembling and shaking and feeling so trapped in the world with no control. And you feel like no one cares, and every time you open up, you're being judged or criticized or looked at differently or turned against. And it's very difficult to watch, especially when it's the ones that you love the most, that you're closest to, that's hurting you. It always turns out that way. But never ever be ashamed of your mental health. Your scars are what makes you stronger. And God knows that. He's there for you. He understands you. You're never alone. Ever. I know it feels that way. And I will always deal with mental health issues. Have since I was young. I panic over small things. I have a mental breakdown over small things. I just shake and I start trembling, and I try not to cry, but I get real emotional. But it's never like, it's all inside. I never like make a big scene or act out big and start throwing things or any of that. It's just on the inside, and I start shaking and trembling, and I can't sleep, and I have over-rational thoughts. In my mind, I think about suicide all the time in everyday life. And I've attempted that 14 different times in my life. And what pulled me through that each time was God, knowing He's in control. My thoughts telling me I'm not loved, but the people that I love, that I know loves me and is there for me, they need me. And my sister, most of all, that fights the same battles I do, she needs me more than ever. She looks up to me. I could never do that to her. But point is, everyone has a story, and we have a right to open up and tell our story. Our story is what helps other people. So don't ever let anyone make you feel retarded or vulnerable or insecure or broken. We all fight battles, and we're going to. Always remember you are loved in this world and you have a purpose. Never break down. Never let anyone make you feel less of who you are. If you ever need help, I'm here to help you. You can DM me. You can reply in the comments. You can ask for my phone number. Follow me on social media. My name is Bree Ann Scott. I'm here to help all of you. And I went to church earlier today, and with my aunt, and it helped me, and I really needed the motivation. So thank you all for that. I appreciate it so very much. Just remember, you can overcome an addiction. What helped me is I got a journal and I started writing all my thoughts into it, so it's where I keep all my emotions. And I write music, I put all my emotions and my heart and soul into my music. It helps me more than ever. And to all the friends I made through Goodwill, thank you so much for motivating me and for just being my friend and being there for me. You have no clue how much that means. I appreciate it so much. And to all the ones that don't understand what we deal with, don't let it bring you down, because they never will. But if they try to understand, that's what matters. Just always remember to love and support and help everyone in need. Don't ever look at them differently, disown them, or anything. They need you more than you will ever know. Thank you all. I hope this helped you.